Hey, what's up, dudes? This is Free Squad Carry. I'm about to be going over one of my gameplay. I had a 4.2k game. I'm gonna be going over my gameplay as a VOD review. I'm inspired by TSM This, who did one of the same things on his YouTube channel. He's got 2 videos on it. He basically goes throughout his entire thought process as the game goes on. So I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing here. I'm gonna be going through my thought process, and hopefully you guys can pick up some tips and tricks. And I'll be pausing a few times. I'll just go over the engagements, what I was thinking at the time. Sorry about the quality here. I'm not sure what happened, but I guess the quality isn't the greatest. But either way, I think we'll be good to go. So this is for Apex University. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And now let's get right into it. So we land in Capital here. Usually as soon as I land, I'm looking for weapon and the body armor. I get a Mozambique here. I hear a guy up top. You'll see him here. I see a crypto, but I don't really mind him. I want to get body first, which I do get here. Now I go back. I'm looking for a couple of shots on him. I notice he does not have an armor. But again, I'm using this corner here at the door. I'm using this corner to peek in and out and get some shots at them. I'm not going out here. I'm just using this again as cover. Again, I'm taking shots, staying close to line of sight here. I get a few shots at this point here, though. I go back in. There's a few teams around, probably 2 or 3 teams around. I'm gonna go back here just to see, so you guys can see. I'm shooting, I think, 3 different guys outside. I'm getting a few shots at them, and then as I go back in, there's a wraith that just comes behind me. I see her briefly here to the left, and then there's two options for me here. Either I fight the wraith or I flee, so it's fight or flight. At this point, we're early game. It's close quarters. I know at this point I'm confident in my gameplay, so I'm going to be taking the fight. There's two major options that I'm looking for. 2 things I'm looking for here is, does my opponent have purple or blue armor? If they do, I might have to Q early here. I use E, guys, but it's Q. Okay, I'm gonna say Q here. So my Q ability to get out if she has purple or blue, because I'm white here and I'm getting low. And if she does have a energy weapon or Peacekeeper, those are like the 2 options where I'm like, okay, I might think about queuing out and just leaving, disengaging the fight because she has better armor, better weapon. But at this point, we do not know, so here what happens. I shoot, she only has white. I dodge all the bullets with the strafe, left, right, crouch. I finish, I get the kill. I'm trying to get the loot here, I can't. Go back. Reload. Now I get some pretty decent loot again. I become attachments, I should say, although not a lot of ammo, as you can see here on my 99. So I'm playing a little bit passive here. Not a lot of ammo, not a lot of consumables. Mozambique is an off secondary weapon. It's not the greatest loadout. So I just saw earlier Pathfinder zipline right in my face, and now I just took shots at a Bloodhound. Now I know I just cracked his shield, took a few shots at him, but there's no point for me to rush here. Some of you guys might just wonder why you're not pushing the guy. You cracked his shield. He seems to be alone. Well, as I said again, I just saw Pathfinder zipline in my face. I'm not sure where he is. It should be to the left somewhere, but I'm not sure where. And my loadout right now, not enough ammo for my 99. I have a Mozambique, and then my consumables here. I have barely any shields left. So at this point, I took a few shots at the Bloodhound. I realized, okay, I cracked the guy's shield, but if I'm pushing, I'm going to be putting myself in a bad position here. You might have like 1 or 2 teammates in this house. There might be someone else pushing in, and just gonna put myself in a bad position. So the right decision was basically, hey, I cracked this guy's shield. I know there's people around. Just play slow here. Free squad. Go around. Go back. Get some loot.
I need light ammo.
I let my teammates know I need light. Unfortunately, I don't get any, so I just go around. And at this point, I'm only thinking, okay, I gotta get a better loadout here. I gotta get better loadout and consumables. So at this point, I find a Prowler, which I take right away. I go back here. I thought there was a select fire here, but it wasn't. Now we hear footsteps. We're getting pushed by a full squad here. I crack the Bloodhound. I'm throwing grenades. I thought at this point that the Bloodhound would stay down and heal up, so the nade would hit him, but it didn't. So they both went inside. I know that. My teammate's there. I go first floor. I think it's a Gibby here. I see him. Now you'll see the Prowler hip fire into effect. I'm gonna go back here. Actually, we'll let it finish and then we'll go after. The hip fire with the Prowler is incredible. Now I'm pushing in to get the ammo. Realize there's an Octane here pushing in. Get a few shots. Notice no shield. The same applies with Gibby here. Pushing in. Notices he does not have a shield. Gotta be aggressive. Get the kills. Just little tips here. As I'm pushing in, I kind of overextend myself here to get the light ammo. Let's go back here. So I'm coming here. I'm pushing in. And as I'm pushing in, I'm pushing in to get the light ammo here, right? Going in, and I notice there's an Octane coming out here that I didn't see before. So this is intel for me. Take the few shots right away. I notice, okay, Octane has no shield. Now I'm getting cover again to reload. And then as I'm pushing back in to go for the Octane, I see the Gibby coming out here. So now I'm already going for the slide to push for the Octane, right? So I overcommitted. At this point, I'm realizing, oh crap, this guy's going to be coming out on the other side. So I need to find cover, right? I'm in the open now. There's no cover except this little pole right here, guys. This pole is, it's a little, it doesn't look that wide, but it's wide enough for your character to be right behind it and get full cover. Especially as Wraith. I'm not sure as Gibby or Caustic. But here's what I do here. You'll see me. Okay, I get the shots at the Gibby. I aim for the pillar right away. Try to get cover from the Gibby here. And you'll see me go just a little bit more to the right so I can get cover from this Octane here with everything from this pillar, right? All the cover gets from this pillar. Dodge a few shots from Gibby and Octane. And then we get the kill. At this point, it's looting up. Making sure I get heals here. This is my priority. We just got done a fight. Now, okay, I need heals. I need to heal up. I only have one syringe. I'm looking definitely here for more heals.
Eyes are open though.
Now, at this point, we looted up. We fought, what, 2 or 3 teams. I know there's more. There's a few teams that we didn't get final knocks or final kills on. So at this point, again, we're looting up, but I'm also listening. I wanna listen to what's going on around me. Am I hearing shots? And yeah, I was just getting a free purple extended light mag randomly by my teammate, which is great. So yeah. Basically, you just want to be looking for sound here. So we're hearing what's going on. Are there fights?
Contact with hostile.
Now I hear something, so I ping my teammates. I'll let them know. I hear shots.
10 seconds.
Now at this point again, gotta be mindful of my health. No consumables, so I'm playing slow. I hear footsteps. Now as I climb up, I know someone's coming in. I hear the footsteps. So as I'm climbing up, I take shots as soon as I'm on top of that little fence or brick wall. And as soon as I start shooting, I'll go back. As soon as I start shooting, I'm moving backwards to get cover. Because I know I have barely any health left. And I'm going to be extremely exposed here. So here I go up, shoot, start going backwards right away, get cover. The goal here was basically to pick someone running off. Which just happened to happen. There was this lifeline running away. The goal for me here was just hopefully I would get a knock. Unfortunately, I missed a few shots there. Couldn't get the knock on the lifeline. That would have been great, but hey, at least I know there's a lifeline there. I got a few intel. It does not have shields on. My teammate scans them. Initially, I thought they'd be right above the bridge next to this truck. That's me being I'm just confused at this point, realizing, okay, they're right under this bridge here. I hear the heals. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, I hear the heal, right? So they must be healing both of them. So I thought the Bloodhound and the Lifeline... I knew there's a Bloodhound now, right? Because I got scanned. So I thought the Bloodhound and the Lifeline would both be sitting on each other. But they weren't. The Bloodhound was just to the right, but I didn't see him initially. Use a little bit of air strafes here. Get some cover. Weapon swap finish. And there, at this point, I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead. The Pathfinder had an EVA 8. He jumped down. And I was one tap, I believe, at that point. So my thought process was basically, hey, turn around. You're about to die anyways. This guy has an EVA 8. Turn around and get as much damage as you can, which I do here. Just watch up, turn around. I ended up cracking the Pathfinder's shield, and my teammate finished him. So at that point, you have to be in the mindset, okay, I'm going to die here. There's no other way. So just output as much damage as you can. So hopefully your teammates will be able to finish your kills. Or your eliminations, I should say. Alright, so we're done fighting. Again, we're looting up, making sure we get what you want, getting enough ammo, getting your consumables. Now I have a little bit. I have more shields. Now I hear a zipline. Again, I ping my teammates just to let them know I heard something. Now at this point, I didn't want to go the other way. I thought I'd be exposing myself a little bit too much because they were on that side. So I decided to go all the way around, try to get some visual, some intel again. One aspect in this game, guys, is the knowing, like having info on your opponents is probably one of the most important things. Knowing what gun they have, what armor they have, what's their team composition. Knowing all of those things will just reduce the amount of RNG that you have to deal with. So gathering intel from your opponents is extremely important. So relax, listen, what's going on, what's the gun sound that you're hearing, so you'll know what weapons they have. And just overall knowing where they are, right? The more intel you have, I'm telling you, the better it is, the less RNG you'll have to deal with. Now I hear he's above. There he is. I get visual. It's in a crypto. Taking a few shots here. I'm missing way too many shots. Pretty tough shots to make with the flat line here. Here I'm pushing in. I'm queuing right away. I just don't want him to get any easy shots, like 3 shots at me while I'm ziplining. I know at that point I got a fully decked out 9-9, so as soon as I'm going to be landing there, I'm going to be going all out with this guy, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Now this was a really good play by him. He pre-EMP'd the lower ground here, so I wouldn't chase, but I did regardless. There's 2 things that happened in my head here. So when I saw that happen, there's right here, I was like, okay, well this guy first is a pretty smart player. That's a pretty decent move, not gonna like it. Pre-EMP, so you stop me from pushing you. And then I was like, well, okay, that's a pretty decent move. This guy's got to be pretty decent. So in my mind, I thought, okay, well, this guy's got to die pretty quickly. So I'm like, okay, I got a fully decked out 9-9 here. I jumped down. He's definitely not here anymore. Yeah, I lost my shields, but hey, I mean, that was the risk that I took to finish this guy. I knew he didn't have a shield either. So I hear the battery or the cell go off here. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I know he's going to be healing here to the left. So I'm going to be having the element of surprise. So there's 2 things I have to do. First, get the surprise element, and then 2 is just purely aim. That's what I'm here for. Just aim and get the shots. So I get element of surprise. I know he's going to be healing, so he's going to be behind regardless. I get the slide. Again, once the slide is in, just aim. That's all you have to focus on is aim. Now, I wasn't sure if that was my Bangalore's ult. Most likely was. I hear fights. At this point, I want to push this fight. This is what I'm thinking for, so you'll see me move up. I'm going up, and then, ooh, I see, damn, there's another squad right there. So there's no point for me now to push these guys, right? If I'm pushing them, I'm going to be putting myself first. Well, zone is really, we're right next to the zone. So whenever the zone's closed, we're going to have to start running. There's 2 squads, potentially 3 or 4, so I'm going to get pinched. Overall, it's just a bad situation, right? So you just got to sit back and relax sometimes. And thankfully, as I'm not pushing, so I didn't push the teams finding up all the way back there. As that happened, one team pushes us, which is perfect, so I get the fight. Now this guy gets an insane grenade, hits me. Now here I'm starting to get shot by a G7 double take, right? And I'm popping a cell here. You'll see me popping a cell, and then at this point there's nowhere for me to go, so I try to get a few jumps here, try to get that cell off. I judged by the time remaining on my cell that it was worth for me to just, you know, finish it, get that 25 HP, because I saw that this guy was already hitting. But at the same time, I knew that the G7 with the double tap is pretty hard to hit, like close to mid-range, right? Even long range. I mean, overall, it's just really hard to hit. So I knew that by jumping around and moving, I'd be able to dodge a few shots, which I did. Dodge a few shots. Now I queue out just to make sure I'm safe to go outside. I try to strafe behind that fence here, as you guys saw, but it didn't work. But it's fine. Now I'm healing back up. I know my team is fighting. They just got a knock, so I know it's a 2v3 at this time. I see this guy dropping down, and I thought, hey, should I just stop healing and shoot? And then I judge it was better for me to get the full and get, you know, try to surprise them with sneaking. So I go in. Again, all I'm thinking about is you're going to have to aim here, which I do. Now they're both pushing me. So at this point, I don't have any heals left. I don't have any shields left. I'm not sure about my consumables. I have a med kit here, but I don't know if I have any cells or batteries left. So at that point, I'm trying to bail, run away. And as I turn around this corner, I get shot by another team from up top here. So I decided at that point it was better for me to just cancel my ult and go all the way back and start dancing with my portal against these 2 teams. I just thought I was getting pinched at that point. So my thought was, okay, play that dancing portal, go in and out of the portal, and play with these both teams and try to, you know, try to get some distance or get some few kill, you know. So you can confuse them and leave, but I ended up using my portal, you know, start to dance with my portal, and as I came back here, the guys who were initially chasing me just stopped. So I was able to stop, heal up, you know, get back to full. Now, unfortunately, I popped this caustic trap here. I want to get the loot pretty bad here, so you'll see me. I'm just waiting for the trap to leave because I really want that loot bad. Like, I know I'm struggling. There's teams everywhere. I just need that loot. And then, boop, the guy just randomly comes in. The Pathfinder, I get the knock here. I'm trying to get the caustic again. Just aim. I get a few shots here. Now I hit him again. I know at that point he's most likely one tap, so I try to push in. This is me being extremely aggressive. Try to push in to get a last wingman shot, but it just doesn't hit. It misses. So at that point I'm overextended. I have to go back, so I queue out. There's two teams fighting now. I'm like, okay, well, I need to heal up first. I see the body swaps. I'm like, okay, going for it. Body swap. I heard someone rezzing, so it's my time to push here. They're going to be in a bad position. As I do that, though, I didn't see there was a Bangalore just waiting, spotting for them. So as that happens, I'm going to go back here. I get a really good wingman shot. Quick wingman shot. Crack the shield. Hit her a couple times. Now I know she's hurt. She's trying to run away. My Digi here saves me. Now I know they rezzed. There we go. So they definitely rezzed. Now they're up top, all the way up top, trying to get some shots at me. Now I know I'm in a really bad spot here. There's a team up top of that building. There's a team behind me on top of that building, and there was a team here initially that was shooting at me, right? I'm aware of that. So at that point, I'm just looking around, okay, are there people shooting at me? And I might have to shoot people here, you know? I'm in the open, so I might have to just go and take that 1v1, you know, aim fight, because at that point, low health. If someone shoots at me, it's GG. Well, guess what? There's a guy. This dude comes out of nowhere. Unfortunately for me, I win the aim fight here. I try to get the finish, realize my health is way too low. If I get the finish here, I'm going to die. So fortunately for me, I stop. I realize that, so I start running away. Flee a zone here, try to get some heal up. I'm looking back. I'm just making sure if... because I knew there was a team behind, right? So if that one team was trying to outrun the storm, then they most likely would have to go through that tunnel. So that's why I was looking back. They did not, so I just kept running. Oh, this is where it gets kind of crazy. Now I see the Peacekeeper right here. Peacekeeper, I swap. I take my 99 out for the Peacekeeper. Reasoning, I had barely any light ammo left in my 99. Even though I only have like 8 shells here, it's still... I only had 2.5 mag, I think, with my 99. So the total output damage I can do with this Peacekeeper is most likely higher than with the 99 that I had earlier. And I don't want to be caught in the position where I have to loot crates to get ammo, right? Where I'm stuck, where I can't do anything until I find a crate. Now, here, so I'm running away from the storm. I'm just gonna go back a little bit here. I realize, okay, there's a team all the way down in the tunnel right here. So there's no way for me that the tunnel is gonna be an option, right? I cannot go through the tunnel. I might have, you know, I could have queued here and go around the tunnel and line of sight. But at that point, I know there's a team here. There's no way for me that the tunnel is going to be an option. So that tunnel option is out the window now. There's a big X on it. Though I realized too that there's probably 5 or 6 teams around me at that point. There's a fight to my right. There's a fight to my left. Now at that point, I'm riding solo, very low, like not a big armor. Again, consumables very low. So in my head, I'm like, okay, well, free squad, you just gotta be patient here and just listen and see what's going on. You gotta get intel, man. So here I'm throwing a few nades. Hopefully I can get a lucky knock. I did hit someone though. I didn't get a knock. The whole point for those nades was, hey man, if I can get a knock, I can put pressure on those two teams fighting, and then I can jump in and then third party, right? Knock didn't happen, so that plan went out the window. Now here, I'm basically just listening, guys. At this point, I need to get info. I need to know how many teams are around me, who are they, what gun they have. I need to get intel. So you'll see me go back and forth here. I'm just figuring out what the hell is going on around me. Bunch of fights again. It's like, well, what's going on? Now I'm going to go out, try to get a look here. Again, I'm really pinched. The tunnel option is gone. I see a team here. Get a few shots. I'm not sure why those missed. Those should have hit. That's my fault. This guy should have been knocked. Now I see that they're getting pushed by another team.
Good.
It's like, okay, well, These guys are getting full push. Now I see that they're getting absolutely pushed by this team. Try to get a shot at them, because initially the reason why I took a shot here is because I thought they saw me and they go towards me. So I just want to get suppressed fire so they would not push me. Luckily, they ended up not pushing me. They went for the other team fighting here. Now the fight is over, I know that. But at this point, it's like, okay, there's 40 seconds left. They probably know I'm here because they just threw a thermite. Now I have to go, I have to be, okay, well, I know I can't go through that tunnel because there's one team. The staircase behind me that I was staying at to listen is the same. There's probably 1 or 2 squads there fighting. Now I know these guys just got done fighting. And at that point, it's like, okay, well, I need to get out of here. This is such a bad spot. These guys know I'm here. They're gonna loot up, get fully looted up, and then they're gonna push me, you know. So I was like, okay, I gotta push them before they're done looting, which I do here. So I turn the corner, get the PK out, and get some shots out. I probably should have kept the wingman here. I thought this guy would be closer with the, so that's why I had the Peacekeeper out. Wingman would have done more damage, but whatever. So I get a PK out, crack this lifeline shield, crack it again. Now at this point, I'm throwing thermite, hoping I can touch just one guy, and I actually do get a hit. So at that point, I'm like, okay, this is my one chance to get out of this hole, right? I have to get out of this hole. This guy's gonna be panicking because the thermite's hitting him. The other ones, bolt shield were cracked. I'm assuming it's probably a different guy. Could be the same, but regardless, one of them is gonna be panicking at least, so this is gonna be good for me. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I gotta push in and get repositioned. Now, that was a mistake on my part. You see me, I look up to the structure here. I'm thinking for a second that I'm Pathfinder, then I'm gonna get out of here easily, realizing that, oh crap, I'm Wraith. So you'll see me, I look up, I press my ability, but it ends up being Wraith. So I Q, but the same mindset applies. So I'm looking for cover. There we go. I get cover here. Now it's a 1v1 fight. I win it. And then I see this guy and I just juke him here. This is straight up juke. There's not much else to say here. Now as that happens, again, I'm just being very mindful that there's going to be teams around me. So here, let's go over this engagement again. So I thought I was Pathfinder, try to zipline up top. I queued, so I just, as soon as I queued, the one thing that I'm thinking is, hey, I need to get cover. Just find me cover. So I saw these barrels here. Get the cover around the barrels, and then it's just a shooting game. Get the knock on the lifeline, and then again, peek shot, realize no shield. Okay, I can be aggressive. Here comes the finish. Again, as soon as I got done fighting the Watson, I knew I had to go and quickly body swap because there would be people just chasing us, right? There's 3 squads left. There's been fighting here for about, what, the last 5 minutes maybe. There's been shots. So I'm expecting a team to just push in and third party, which just happened to happen, right? So these guys pushed in to third party us. I had the body swap. I know there's a gold armor. I really want that. I'm playing solo. So what happens here, I swap the HCOG because it's better for long range. I don't like the Digi for long range, so I swap for the HCOG, my wingman. Get one shot off, hit the guy. So I get a little bit of pressure to make them, you know, think twice. And then it's my cue to just get out of here. I have to get out of here. Zone is closing. It's a full team pushing me. There's nothing here I could do that would save my life. Except this little trick that I did here with the portal. I knew they were really close to my portal here, so eventually they most likely would use it to get out of the zone. So in my head, I'm like, okay, they're 100% going to be using my port. So what I did there is I jumped in the open, canceled the port, and then I grabbed onto the wall here. So my portal was right in the open. So if they were to take my portal, if they did take it, they would just land all the way down here, right? So you see me here, cancel it in the middle of nowhere, and then grab the wall. They ended up not taking my portal. That would have been a cool play. So you see him, they're right up to, they're ziplined away. So I know that's them. 2 squads left. There's one at least with the Pathfinder that I just fought. So it's definitely these guys right up here. Well, luckily I get a few batteries here because I didn't have any. With gold armor, you want to have batteries. This is your go-to. It's your bread and butter. Gold armor and battery is just the best way to go, right? Battery is 100 health, or 100 shields for 5 seconds, and then the cell itself is 25 shields for 3 seconds, I believe. So if you do the math, and then with the faster heal, the batteries are just insane when you have a gold armor. So at this point, I'm just I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I saw a Watson ult here, so I'm going back to see if there's a team here. They could just be, you know, camping there, just healing up right at the zone. Now I heard some pills open here, so you'll see me go slow. And I realize, okay, I'm scouting. I see a full squad here. I see 2 guys at the bottom where the crates are, and then I see 1 guy at the top. Now I'm not sure if they're on the same team, so I'm not engaging. I'm assuming they are. I'm trying to get some intel again, what they are, if I can see their weapon, if they're taking shots. I get pushed by the train randomly. So at that point, I'm like, okay, train is here. I'm going to hop on it. And at that point, if you look at the map, I thought it was going to go left. It went right. So I jump off. And then I just go and get positioning now.
Just a minute until the ring closes, huh? Good.
There we go. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. And then I see, once again, I see another player here. I'm not sure if that was a team that...
It's not that far.
I was just fighting that pushed me, initially. So I'm just getting intel again. What's going on? I know that team just ziplined away.
30 seconds.
And then the crucial part here again. I see the zipline going up to the right. Now I'm gonna see him go zipline up. And at that point, I realize I was thinking, man, like if they stay on that mountain there, that rock, it's gonna be so hard for me to win this as a solo. And then the whole plan that now for top 3 as a solo player is just to wait for the last 2 teams to engage and then third party. So now I heard a nade. I'm gonna hear them. Yeah, there we go. I want to get in. But I hear footsteps. There we go. So you'll see me here. I swap to the Peacekeeper. Again, I hear footsteps right here, and by the sound of the sound, I guess I was assuming that this person was really close to me. So the sound was fairly loud. The footsteps were like, I knew that person was close, right? So I made the decision, especially that I only have 6 women shots. I was like, okay, well, I make the decision to go to Peacekeeper. I still have 6 Peacekeeper shots, but they're gonna be doing a lot more damage, especially close range. So I miss a few shots, get the next 3, and then I notice I get elimination on the Caustic. That means he left, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. And I'm just being patient again. Want them to engage, which they do here. So now my thought process is, okay, you gotta rotate super fast. As I do it though, I realize, oh, there's a zipline right next to me. I already popped my ult, but I thought at that time it was worth wasting my ult, canceling my ult, taking the zipline up, and then just pushing this fight, which I did. There goes a bang ult. I'm just trying to get intel. I realized, oh, there's a bang right here sitting. She thought she was safe with her ult up. Get an easy knock. Now wraith sees me. Trying to get height here. Easy high ground. Always go for high ground, guys. Get a few shots. Now I fall down. I didn't mean to fall here. She kind of cues away, and then here I'm gonna stop. I get a shield knock here, right? So I know she's no shield. I know she's panicking right now, so I'm pushing in, and as I push in, I miss my slide right here. Boom. See that? This is so frustrating. I slide, but it ends up doing the animation over that rock. So I miss my slide. The initial goal was just to slide over that rock, go all the way down, and get that one pump on this person, right? But what happened is that rock thing lost me a second, and that was enough for her to have the battery go off with the gold shield, right? So she gets the battery off. Still break the shield though. She almost mastiffs me. She hits me twice with the mastiff. But I ended up getting the kill. Now I hear a self-res. I know it's her. Finish. Now I know this is the last team. I have to heal here, so I'm queuing out. Getting a height again. Very important. Get height, get visual. Where are they? Now I hear this zipline, so I'm gonna have to be fighting this. Missed a few shots with the PK and then ended up getting 2 in a row. Secure the kill. So yeah, here I'm just getting height, and as I get height, I'm healing, and I hear this zipline go up, the grapple go up here, right? Boom, you see the sparks. And at that point, there's what, 0.5 second left to my battery. I'm thinking, okay, should I cancel the battery and get the PK out and get the shot out, or should I just let the battery go and then fight this guy full health? So I thought for me that at that one point, the 0.5 second for 50 HP was well worth the 0.5 second, right? And I almost get a PK shot right away. I think it was a no reg, but might have just missed too.
30
So
seconds.
knock the guy. Get a body swap here. He's got gold as well. Now I can hear the footstep of one more player. I'm not sure if there's one or two. So I'm just keeping height here, and I see him. He's got purple. Now he seems to be alone. I cracked him. And to be fair, at that point, I realized that this player was not a threat to me. So I was like, hey man, I think it's time that someone gets 360'd here. Unfortunately, I missed the first. I get sort of a 360 for the last one. But yeah, there you go, guys, and that's the final kill. GG. Always go for the GG at the end. But yeah, that game was just a kind of a struggle, man. Like, that wasn't an easy just go in, you know, gold armor right from the start and just, you know, destroy teams. I had white armor most of the game, not many attachments. There's pretty much like that was a really thoughtful game where I had to think about, okay, what's gonna happen next, what needs to be done next, right? So yeah, there you go, guys. That was a 4.2k damage game, 15 kills, not that much, but hey, it was a fun game. Definitely a good game for you guys to go over and learn from. All right, so hopefully you guys got a few tips. If you have any questions, please feel free. This is my first time doing this. I also know a lot needs to be improved, but hey, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.